I mean, Hard Rock, the brand for me is this is like a mini Hard Rock cafe in here. We're missing a couple tables and some food. I'll give a run, the money on a couple Hard Rock cafes. Sorry, Hard Rock, but I got some good stuff in here you guys don't have. Come over anytime, I'll show you.
This is Erik Anderson. Erik currently plays lead guitar in a band called Mail Theft, which is made up entirely of mail carriers from the United States Postal Service.
It just all happened to come together at Hopkins Post Office. It's crazy.
But I've known Erik since the 1990s as one of the absolute coolest guys from Jefferson High School. A hockey hero for the Jaguars, and a rock star in the band Creedon.
And this is before Creed, by the way. Yeah. Creed is a ripoff on Creedon, just so everybody knows. That's a fact.
And judging by this photo from our junior year yearbook, Erik was also a true fashion icon. No surprise then that he also founded his own clothing line. I caught up with Erik at his home bar, Cocktails and Dreams.
My personal bar, you bet.
We talked about guitar stuff.
So that's a pretty badass guitar there. So here's another Gibson Les Paul Studio.
Being a mail carrier?
Love it. Best job ever. When you come home, you leave it, and the exercise is free. I walk 7 miles a day.
And more.
Creedon forever, man. Creedon forever.
And how long have you been playing guitar? When did you start?
Boy, I dreamt about it in 7th grade, and then I think I started in 8th, and I've been playing ever since. I fell in love with Def Leppard at a really young age, put it that way. I remember hearing them on MTV, and then my brother bought me, I think, the cassette of Hysteria. And once I heard that, I was locked in forever. Still am. Still probably the best recorded album in history. I put up against anything.
Do you remember the first song you learned to play?
Believe it or not, I hate to say it, it was a Nirvana song because it's so goddamn easy. That would have been it. I think it was Come As You Are, maybe. I think that would have been it. And Brian Kavolvog is the one who taught me how to play. He didn't really teach me how to play. He showed me my first guitar chord, and I was like hooked, I think he had an old red Fender in his bedroom after school one day. I came over there, and he plugged it in, man. I'm like, it was the coolest thing I ever heard.
I don't even remember him playing guitar.
He didn't. So. He played for like a second, then he quit. Then that's just all it took for me, so I'm happy the hell he had it when he had it, though.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Then I think the next day I'm like, Dad, we need to go and get guitar. So that's my wine red Gibson Les Paul Studio. And so this thing is 1995. So how many years does that put it? 30 years old too?
About, yeah.
About? Crazy, right? They're a really good asset. They don't lose value. Once you buy them, especially if you got to buy USA. So you're going to buy a guitar and you don't want to lose value on it, you got to buy USA made, and then any of the brands are good. Gibson, Fender, Paul Reed Smith from there, they all will hold their value. Should we play a little?
Yeah. What do you got for us?
All right. Well, for you, I'm going to play a little bit of Poison. 90s was a tough time for music. It really, really was.
When you say the 90s was a bad time for music, what do you mean?
For me, for my style, right? Some people love it. My wife thinks it's the greatest stuff ever.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm a rocker at heart, man. I'm an 80s guy. I'm a Def Leppard. I'm Poison. I'm Bon Jovi. I'm going to go see Dokken next Saturday night. Yeah. Just saw Night Ranger in Vegas.
Do you ever feel like you were born in the wrong decade?
Yes. Many, many times. Very often, but it is what it is. So you got to work with it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
So we're doing this shirt wearing thing to raise money for free guitars for kids. In your words, why should people support this cause?
It's an awesome cause because learning how to play guitar was one of the most fun things I ever did, and it's a lifelong adventure. If you really are into it, you keep going your whole life with it, and it's became a part of me, part of my identity. It's a great way to meet people too. Learn how to play guitar, you get to meet other musicians, and you start a band. You pick up a lot of chicks. I mean, all the coolest stuff starts with guitar.
This man right here, Mr. Erik Anderson.
Outside of all the cool stuff with it, there's a lot of really important stuff that goes along with it too. When you pick up a guitar and learn for the first time, it's like you learn a song, you accomplish something. You learn the different progressions and you learn different scales and you accomplish something. And it's so much damn fun. This stuff's just so cool. We only play a couple times a year, so we'll start practicing, 2-3 months before the event. Make sure we're ready to rock. We'll do an event in the spring called Postal Palooza, and we'll do an event in the fall called Rocktoberfest. And we'll bring a Mail Theft will headline those, naturally. All right, remember this one. And we'll bring in some other musicians that are local who want to play, and we'll just open up the garage doors in here, and beer and full bar, cocktails. We'll bring in pizza for everybody, have fire pits, and this is a really kick-ass time. It's a lot of fun.
I want to give a big thanks to Erik Anderson for hosting this stroll down memory lane, as well as for my latest Hard Rock Cafe shirt that he was able to dig up from his archives.
All right. Hard Rock Cafe, Shanghai.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Here you go.
Love it.
Upwards and onwards.
We'll check in with Erik again later this year at Rocktoberfest. In the meantime, make sure you are getting those donations into Free Guitars for Kids.
Forgotten Mountain.
Yeah.
Should have been a #1 hit. The classic that never was. Keep on rocking.
All right.